something strange happened at a Japanese aquarium. Aquariums are meant to be controlled places, glass walls, known species, predictable behavior. But in Japan, several recordings show something that doesn't fit inside that logic. Not malfunctions, not tricks, something else. What was captured on camera starts small, then it escalates. And by the end, it raises questions no aquarium should ever raise. We're starting with the least disturbing footage and building up to the moment that staff members refuse to explain. So let's begin. Number 15. Deep in a Vietnamese jungle, a group of hunters stops after noticing something ahead of them. Not an animal they recognize, not moving like anything native to the area. The footage shows a fox-like figure standing motionless among the trees. Its body emits an unnatural white glow, strong enough to clearly define its outline in the darkness. Behind it, several tails can be seen spreading out, moving slowly and unnaturally. The creature shows no reaction to the people filming it. No sound, no sudden movement. For a few seconds, it appears to hover slightly above the ground, as if it isn't fully touching the forest floor. Then the glow fades, and the figure disappears back into the jungle. The recording ends there. So if this wasn't a trick of light, what exactly did they capture? Number 14. On a road near a forest, someone begins running after noticing movement behind them. Not footsteps, not an animal. The footage shows a tek-tek advancing using only its arms and hands. Its lower body is missing. It doesn't run. It drags itself forward, with speed and precision. The sound of scraping grows louder as the distance closes. The camera shakes as the person filming panics and keeps moving. Then the clip cuts. If this thing couldn't run, how did it catch up so fast? Number 13. A research submarine moves through deep water when something slams into the hull. Hard, sudden. The camera shakes violently as a massive shape bursts out of the darkness. It looks like a shark, but far larger. The creature passes the sub in a single motion. No circling, no warning. Its size doesn't match any known shark. Its movement doesn't match known behavior. Then everything goes quiet. The footage was reviewed repeatedly. No identification was made. So if this wasn't a known species, what hit the submarine? Number 12. This wasn't a creature. Inside a protected underwater cave near the Azores, divers enter a fissure known as the Well of Silence. After 10 meters, all sound disappears. Lead explorer Tiago Marquez turns a corner. Something blocks the tunnel. It's massive, breathing. Its dark surface is covered in circular patterns that shift like closed eyes. At the center, a round, expressionless face, sealed mouth, unmoving. It doesn't attack. It doesn't flee. The light begins to tremble. The patterns absorb it and return it altered. A single bubble rises, it touches the lens. The camera goes black. Surface control loses all contact. Tiago is later found unconscious near the surface. He remembers only one sentence. It wasn't a creature, it was a door. Number 11. Something was watching from the trench. The submersible Arabo 9 descends to nearly 7,000 meters to inspect unstable geology. Only one diver is on board. Sensors detect a low-frequency signal, not seismic, not mechanical. Attached to the rock wall is a massive segmented creature, blue-green and armored, shaped like a colossal trilobite. No eyes, a swollen head with a single glowing node. When the light touches it, the creature turns, not to flee, to observe. 8 seconds pass. Then all systems reset. The signal matches nothing known. So why did it react like it was waiting? Number 10. Inside an aquarium, a visitor stops in front of a tank that doesn't look labeled. The water is dark, too deep. 2 unknown creatures drift into view. Their bodies are thin and elongated, with translucent fins stretching outward, like ribbons. They don't swim. They glide. Long tendrils trail behind them, moving independently, slowly adjusting their direction. No visible eyes, no clear mouth. The man filming steps closer. The creatures respond by turning in perfect sync. There's no sudden movement, just silent tracking. The clip ends without explanation. So if these weren't known species, why were they on display? Number 9. In another aquarium, a visitor stops as something massive approaches the glass. At first, it looks like a shadow. The creature moves closer, revealing a body shaped like a beetle fused with a shark. Hard, armored plating. A wide head with curved, pincer-like structures extending forward. Its movement is slow and deliberate, not aggressive, but its size fills the frame. The man filming steps back as the creature turns its head, aligning directly with the camera. No sudden charge, just presence. The species is identified as a moray shark, but nothing about it looks familiar. So if this is real, how many things like this exist behind aquarium glass? Number 8. In a dense jungle, someone notices a figure standing unnaturally still between the trees. Not an animal, not moving. The footage reveals a tall, upright creature with a thin body and elongated limbs. Its posture is rigid, balanced, almost deliberate. Its face is partially covered in light-colored hair. The features don't shift. The eyes remain locked on the camera. No sound is heard, no attempt to flee. The person filming slowly steps back. The creature doesn't follow. The clip ends with it still standing there. So if it knew it was being watched, why didn't it move? Number 7. In 1965, an expedition documents something moving above a remote landscape. At first, it looks like a shadow. The footage reveals a massive flying creature with a long neck and enormous wings. Its flight is heavy, slow, controlled. The wings don't flap like a bird's. They push air with effort, like a body not designed for speed. More like endurance. There's no sudden dive, no erratic movement, just steady flight across the frame. The camera struggles to keep up. Then the creature disappears into the distance. If this wasn't a legend, what was still flying in 1965? Number 6. Something was waiting in the Hadal zone. At 7,400 meters deep, the HADES-12 module descends into a newly mapped trench. No life signs, no movement. Then a shape crosses the light. It doesn't swim, it walks. A flat, ray-like body moves along the seafloor on articulated limbs, human-shaped hands, a wrinkled, expressive face. Bioluminescent patterns pulse along its back. The module stops responding. For several seconds, the creature stares into the lens. Then it slowly raises one hand and points. If this was intelligent, why was it still down there? Number 5. Inside another aquarium tank, a visitor notices something pressed against the glass. It doesn't resemble a fish. It doesn't move like one either. The creature looks like a thick, segmented worm covered entirely in long, rigid spines. They protrude in every direction, unmoving, almost defensive by design. Its body slowly contracts as it crawls along the bottom. At the center, a circular opening widens. Something inside shifts. A smaller structure briefly pushes outward from the hole, then retracts. Not feeding, not breathing. The person filming pulls the camera back. There's no label on the tank. The clip ends before anything else emerges. So if this is a known species, why does it look unfinished? Number 4. During a public aquarium show, the audience watches a massive shape rise from the pool. At first, it looks like a dolphin. As it lifts higher, the proportions feel wrong. The head is misshapen. The mouth opens wider than expected. The creature thrashes violently, sending water crashing into the stands. Its movements are powerful, but uneven, almost strained. The crowd reacts with cheers and confusion. Some step back as the splashing intensifies. Then the animal submerges again. No explanation follows. So if this was part of the show, why did it look like it didn't belong there? Number 3. Inside a private aquarium, the audience watches the surface of the pool begin to rise. At first, it looks like a structure. A gigantic caterpillar-like creature emerges from the water. Its body is segmented, thick, and impossibly large. As it lifts higher, folded wings begin to open. The wings spread slowly, dripping water across the arena. Each movement sends waves crashing outward. The scale is overwhelming. The crowd goes silent. Then the creature lowers itself back into the pool. No explanation is given. If this was meant to be displayed, what kind of place was hiding it? Number 2. Something moved in the dark. 2 divers are filming near an abandoned submarine when the talking stops. The water ahead turns completely black. From the darkness, a shape begins to emerge. Muscular arms, hook-shaped claws, fingers twitching as it moves closer. One diver raises a flashlight. The other keeps recording. The creature doesn't rush. It advances slowly, deliberately. No bubbles, no sudden motion, just movement, where nothing should be. So where did it come from? Number 1. This is the moment no one was ready for. A diver films beneath a rocky ledge when he notices movement in the shadows. Not drifting, still. A serpent-shaped marine creature is resting there. Female, massive. Curled against her body are 2 small blue offspring, watching, silent. The diver moves closer. The creature lifts her head and releases a scream. Sharp, violent. The diver turns and flees. No known marine animal defends its young like this, and none produce a sound that powerful underwater. So if it wasn't hiding, what was it guarding?